Real quick before I start the video, I did not change the oil. I did get the drop brackets in, but that's going to be in a separate video. Hello everybody, we're back with the 4Runner again. As you guys see, it's a little chilly this morning, but we're going to get a few things done today. We're going to put a subwoofer in it. I already have the amp and everything wired in. Just got to hook up the subwoofer. We're going to change the oil. We're going to throw in a differential drop up front, so this way our CV axles are not as stressed out. We're going to try to get some stuff painted up on it. We're just going to try and get it a little cleaned up, so this way it's a little nicer to drive around. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Alright guys, so as you can see, I got some of the wires laid out. They're already all hooked up into the amp, which I put under the seat. That red one there is going to go up to our battery. These wires, this was hooked up in a different vehicle, so I'm going to take both of these wires, combine them, and we're going to run it to the back. There is a very small ground wire, or it's a very short, not small, but there's a ground wire right there. We're just going to hook under the seat to the seat bolt. And then on the other side there is a memory, or I'm sorry, not memory, it is another power, but we're gonna hook that one up to the radio or to a fuse that gets power with the key, so this way when we turn the key on, it turns the amp on. So pretty simple. We're just gonna take this trim piece off so this way we can run everything that we need to underneath it, and then we'll work our way forward, and then we'll work our way backwards last. Alright, so real quick, what we're going to do is I'm going to find some sort of hole for either wires or something else that goes into the firewall on this side, and we're going to pull it through, and then we're just going to kind of try to tuck it away and connect it to our positive right there. Alright guys, so I was able to get this to come out of a little hole right here, and we've got just enough room to get it up to our battery. So we'll run it right along here, and we'll cut this to length, pop this cover off, and we'll take out one of these bolts, pop on I can't think of the name of them, but you'll see what it is. Alright guys, so as you just saw, all we did was crimp one of these connectors onto the end of the wire. I'm going to take a wire sheath and we'll cover this wire up, but for right now we'll leave it. Undid the bolt, cleaned it up a little bit with some sandpaper, and now this part is all done. Not that it gets covered up that well, but you get the point. That's hooked up. And I got to record this part by hand, but for our ground, what we're going to do is take this bolt out, and then we're going to clean this up, throw a connector on this, and ground it out on the seat. There we go. But we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. Oh no. I think I may have killed my battery. I don't know what I did to it, but it's working, but not that well, so that sounds a little better. Alright, now let's go ahead and get this cleaned up. Not the best to clean up, but it will work. Go ahead and do the same to the bottom of the bolt here. That part I can't record, but all we're going to do is just clean up the bolts. This way we know for a fact we have a nice strong ground through there. This next part I know is going to make some people probably unhappy, but I was unable to find a connector that is big enough to fit around one of these bolts for the seat. They're all the same size. So I'm just going to wrap the wire around it and tighten it down. I know it's not the correct way, but I'll have to order some bigger adapters for it, or some bigger connectors. I'm just going to take this and we'll twist it. Get it nice and flat just like that. And then we're just going to wrap it around the bolt. Give it a little pre-twist this way. Once it is actually in there, it will round it out. Definitely messier than I would like, but it should work. I just want to see if we've actually got power here on our amp, and it does not appear like we do. I did already take this apart and get the key power hooked up. So we'll turn it on, and we've got power there. So now let's see if when I shut the key off, it goes red. I can't remember. Oh, take the key out. I honestly can't remember. It's been a while since I set one of these up, but I believe that should be it for that, unless we just have a bad connection somewhere. Because I thought there was supposed to be a little red light on it. It says blue power, red protect. Well, we'll see what happens, but I'm pretty sure that this should be alright the way it is. So I'm going to slap this back together for that. Sorry about that, guys. My battery decided it didn't want to be charged anymore. So I took that apart. I found the wire that gets turned on with key power, and I connected that, and that's all I did. I just ran it to that. It's super simple. You could also go into your fuse box and test with either a test light or, like I have here for testing, a multimeter, and see which fuse gives you key power, and just kind of tuck the wire into it. If you're not too concerned about keeping wires hidden and stuff, it may be a little messier, but it is what it is. The only thing that really bothers me is the bottom of the seat down there. I want to make it look nice, so I'm going to definitely have to get some bigger connectors for that. I'll probably fix that like today, because I don't like that at all. So let me throw this back together quick. It all snaps together. It's already broken. It was smashed when I bought it, so it is what it is. But I'll throw that back together, and then we'll disconnect one of these. We'll make our wire longer. We'll run it to the back. We'll put the sub box together, and hopefully it'll all be working. So let's give it a shot. Alright guys, so I got the two wires coming out. I'm going to throw some covering on them as well as the one up in the engine bay. But I basically ran the wire right down through there. I came under here, and as you can see, there's a tiny little bit of it poking out there, but it runs under this cover right up the back here. And if we come around back, we got some wires sticking out there. So now we're going to throw our box together. We're going to throw it right where the light is shining, and yeah, we'll be done. We'll give it a test and see how it sounds. Alright guys, so this is what we have here. It's a Skosh, I don't know how you say it, but it's for a 12-inch sub. It's from Walmart. I have like a Jensen something sub it's also from Walmart. I've had it for a while. I actually cut apart the box to make it fit in my last Toyota, so I had to buy a new box. So it's something we get to unbox and throw together on the video. Apparently my knife is way duller than I thought it was, so we'll just cut that. So these obviously come in a few pieces. cling wrap together. They don't sound too bad. Pretty easy, self-explanatory to put together. You got your sides, and then your top, bottom, and front are all kind of, they're like already together-ish. If that, I don't know if that's in the video or not. Yeah, there it is. So what we're gonna do, we got the back, and I believe the bottom. Yep. So all we do is take this and throw that in there. And it should all kind of just fit together like so. Now we screw it together, and that's it. Super simple, like I said. Just goes together with these little 2-inch, well, they look like 2-inch screws. If I could actually get the bag to open. We'll just take these, we'll screw it together, be super quick, super easy. All right. So we'll start here with the left side. And it's probably not going to be visible at all, but there are there's little holes here in the carpet that you could actually see where it's supposed to go. And then there's holes here as well to give you a good idea on where everything's supposed to go. So you just slide this in there, connect that, and there's actually, I wonder if that's on there as well. No, it is not. And there's also alignment, kind of like dowels, so you can click in there, right there. Okay, so now take this and we'll get it started in the first hole. Get that lined up. So as you guys can probably see there's a big gap along the back. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like that. I'm like 90% sure it's not supposed to be. But it is what it is. This goes together super easy. As you guys just saw, that took all of, what, maybe 10 minutes, not even. Some of that time was probably me messing around, some maybe 5. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go grab the subwoofer. And as you guys can see, it's in the same box. It's just the box is cut. So what we're going to do is take all these screws out. This should just pop out. And we just disconnect our tabs here. Now this can get burned because this is junk. Only thing I might keep off it is maybe the little thing off the back. But now all we have to do it flat to make it easier for ourselves, is we take this and we connect our red and black wires. And then since we've got that on the bottom, we're going to try to make it look as decent as we can, given we're using some old stuff. Okay, there's that. And the same screws that we just took out are the same ones that are going to go back in, but we're going to use obviously the new ones that this box came with. Where did it go? There it is. And then all we got to do is take this and put it. Oh no. Oh man. Oh, I just put a hole in this. Well, guys, it looks like we might be buying a new subwoofer. I just have a feeling that's not going to sound very good now after the little stunt that I just pulled there by putting a nice big hole in it. Man, that sucks. I can't believe I just did that. Oh well, we still got to give it a test, right? I'll be fair and I'll go buy a new one later if it doesn't sound good. So let's get this hooked up. So it should be, the darker colored one is so our darker colored wire should be our black. The lighter one should be our red. Let's go shut the trunk. We'll back that up against the seat there. There we go. Sub's in. It really sucks that I put a hole in it, but we'll have to get a new sub. Alright guys, so I couldn't really find any non-copyright music other than this. So it sounds pretty good. I mean, I'm happy with it. Even with me putting a hole in, question about it, it sounds way better than it did. It may be kind of hard to hear, but I mean, in person, sounds 1,000 times better than it did. We'll let the drop happen. We'll turn it up a little bit so you guys can hear it. So overall, super simple. Absolutely recommend doing that. I may do my speakers as well, but they sound super crisp even for being from the 90s, being 26 years old now. I mean, like I said, beyond happy with it. I can't believe though that I did put a hole in the sub when I was putting the screw in. It slipped off and I went straight through it. But nonetheless, it still sounds good. May get a new sub now, maybe my reason to. So, but for right now, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna get that ground fixed, and like I said, I actually have a whole wiring harness here. I'm gonna steal some of the sheathing off that, and I'm gonna throw it on these two wires right here, and I'm gonna throw it up on this wire here that we have just kind of chilling around, and I'm gonna zip tie this up to here and to there, so this way it's, you know, out of the way. But yeah, that's it guys, super simple. Now this may be one video or it may be multiple videos. Alright guys, so if you enjoyed that video, I know it was short, there really wasn't a whole lot that I did that was crazy, but just one of those simple things you guys can do to make your daily driver a little bit easier to bear, whatever, however you want to put it. It's super nice. Sounds way better than it did. I'm super happy with it. You can't even tell that it's in there other than this being in here. There's not wires sticking out all over the place. It looks super clean. I'm super happy with it. If you guys do put in your own subwoofer system and this video helped you at all, make sure to leave a comment. Let me know what you did, what vehicle you have, you know, what your setup looks like. Yeah, so like I said, guys, super simple video, nothing crazy. Just wanted to make another video on the 4Runner, try to get as many videos out as I can, because soon my buddy that I'm waiting for to get back should be home, and we'll be going off-roading soon. So hopefully in the next couple weeks you guys will be seeing some videos on that. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.